Hey guys, I'm back with another crochet tutorial, and today I'm making a Bardot top with frills. So for this I'm using a 5mm hook, scissors, a 100g yarn, and this one is in the colour burnt orange. First you make a knot and you start chaining up how long you need your top to be. So this can be either a crop top or a full length as I've done it, but it is up to your preference. The one I've made fits a size 8 to 10 in the UK size, and this is about 11 inches. 1 inch for me is 4 chains, so I made 44 chains up. Next, I'm going to start making square stitches, and this is where I'm going to lace up the back. So, holding where you stopped the chains, I chained up 2 for the edge, and this will be for the first square, and another 2 for the top, which means I've chained 4 extra. And then double crochet into the second stitch of your row of 44. To double crochet, you yarn over the hook once, then insert the hook into the second space from your 44 chain. Yarn over once and you'll have 3 chains in your hook. Yarn over 2 more, then you'll have 2 chains left on the hook, and then yarn over both, and that completes 1 double crochet, and this will be your first square. So to go on to the next one, chain 2 and then again a double crochet into the second space. So you skip 1 and insert into the next space. Again, to double crochet, you yarn over before inserting the space. Yarn over 1, you have 3 chains on your hook, yarn over 2, and then you'll have 2 chains left on the hook, and then you yarn over 2 again. I hope this is making sense guys. I'm trying my best to explain, but I'm not a professional at all, so I just hope it's clear enough from the video as well as me explaining it. And from here you complete this pattern to the end of the 44 chain. Once you get to the end of your chain, you chain up 1 and turn around your work. And now we'll be doing single crochets in the row. So you insert the hook, yarn over 1, and you have 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over both, and into the next space you repeat. At the end of this row you chain up 1 and continue this until you have the desired width to place around your body. For this I took a top I already own and used this as a guide. You need enough space to cover the front of your torso, but for the back leaving a 2-inch space. So I'm going to speed up this process since it is all the same, and then I'll get back to you. This part of the process takes up the most time and took me about 4 hours to complete since it was a full length top. So do this whilst you're watching your favourite shows. I love doing this as a pastime as I find it very therapeutic for myself, and I do it sitting in my balcony in the sun. So I'll show you here when you fold the back of your garment. There needs to be a little bit of space in the back, allowing you to lace it up once you're done. Once I get my desired length, I need to copy the square stitches I did on the other side. So all I do is chain up 4, find the second stitch in the row and insert a double crochet in the second stitch. You chain 2 and then skip the next space and do a double crochet into the next stitch, and continue this till the end of your row. Next, I'm going to start with the frills at the top to create the Bardot shape. And for this, I fold my top just to see how it looks on my body, and then insert the markers on each side where my arms will be. So, placing my garment up, I chain 3 single crochets into the first 3 chains to cover where I'll be lacing it up. And then chaining a row of 50. After I've done this, I find my marker and insert a single crochet into that space. I then continue single crocheting into the top until I get to the next marker. So there, I then chain again another 50. And then place that into 3 stitches before the end of the row, finishing off with 3 single crochets into the last 3 spaces of the row. And this is your first row complete. So at the end it'll start to look like this. There's 2 spaces of the 50 chains that I've done, and this will be where my shoulders will be, and the others are for the front of the top. For the next row, I'll simply do single crochets all along that row. So chain 1 up and start single crocheting in each space of the next row. So just like this, the first row is completed. And for the second time, chain up 1, turn your work around and place single crochets into the next spaces. That's 2 rows done of 2 single crochets. The next row you chain up 4, and I'll be doing square stitches into the whole row. So you insert a double crochet into the second space in the row, chain 2, and then double crochet into the next 2 spaces. Continue this all the way to the other end of the garment. So that's row 3 completed. Row 4, I'll be doing a double crochet into the first stitch on the row, and then 2 double crochets into the square that I've made. So not into the loops, you chain inside of the space of the square, 2 double crochets, I then insert a double crochet right into the middle of the loops where the squares are, and again into the space of the square. Insert 2 double crochets. I continue this pattern to the end of the row. For the next row, you chain up 4, and I'll be doing square stitches again into the whole row. So you insert a double crochet into the second space in the row, again chain 2, and then double crochet into the next 2 spaces. Continue this all the way till the other end of the garment. Once you get to the end of your chain up 1, turn around your work, and I'll be doing pecan stitches. And this will be the last row of your design. So within the first square of your row, insert a single crochet into the first square, and into the same space do a double crochet, Now a triple crochet. So to do this, you do exactly the same as a double crochet, but instead of yarning once before inserting into the space, you yarn over 2 times just like so. So I've just did 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, and then a triple crochet, and to get that scalloped shape, you decrease again. So the next stitch in the square will be another double crochet and ending with a single crochet. Then into the middle stitch between the squares, I add a slip stitch, just like so. Again, into the next square, I add a single crochet, a double crochet, a triple crochet, and back with another double crochet, single crochet, and then into the chain space between the 2 squares, I add a slip stitch, and continue this pattern to the end of the row. Once you get to the end of the row, you just chain up 1 and cut off the yarn. So here's how it looks so far. I just need to add string to place for the back of the top, and to do this I just make it 2 times the length of my top, so I'm chaining up 88 chains in total. And once I do that, I chain single crochets into itself to make it more durable. And the last thing you do is just tie up the back of the top, just like so. And you are done. So here's what it looks like from the front. And from the back. And there you go guys, this is how to make a Bardot top with frills. I hope you like it and let me know what you think down in the comments below.